How are you? Today we discuss about an interesting topic on conceptual data model. Any data model will start with three ways actually. Uh, One with the conceptual model, and the second be the logical model, and third would be the physical model. So this is a normal and a traditional way. But in the current world, we directly have the dimension and fact table, and we made the relationship and made the data model into star, snowflake, or multi-star based on the requirement, based on the tables and the relationship and the data which is available there in the source. So this is a long back traditional way, but we need to know about this conceptual model. So, if you are in any project when you are in a requirement phase, definitely you can't directly create a data model and create a report, make use of it. So, you need to have a paper and pencil, or a paper and pencil, or a pen. You need to draw a simple table representations and the relationship in a way, in a diagrammatic way, on a paper. That is called as a conceptual data modeling. Initially, you start with the entities. Entities are those your table, and inside the entities, you need to identify the columns. And what are all the columns based on the each subject actually. So the conceptual model, what is the input for the conceptual model as the business requirement? The business requirement or a plain kind of a definitions and the agenda and the aim or a goal of the requirement, what they want the requirement, what is the purpose and what they are achieving, what we are achieving with the make use of the business requirement and associated with the business process and the rules. What are the rules, right? What are the primary rules need to follow for the business requirement? Let's say there the few requirements is must to have, nice to have, like that actually, and it follows with a kind of a rule. Let's say you need to check when a user entering an amount, it should not they should not allow to enter negative numbers. A kind of example I'm giving here, and also when a user giving his name, you should not allow any special kind of values, right? No name will have these special values like asterisk or exclamation symbol or at symbol or pi symbol or dollar symbol. Those are kind of rules in the process to be followed, right? And when the conceptual model is completed means I am saying the business requirement, the process has been completed, then the logical model will arise. The logical model, what it arises, as I said earlier, we have entities, those entities are subject oriented, and you are not directly storing all your data in a single table. Based on your subject, you will store in multiple entities, subject oriented, right? There are two things in place you need to think about it. The entities will have the column, and the column will have the data type, whether it is a numeric value, whether it is a textual value, whether it is a primary key or it is a composite key, those things. And not only you identify the data types across the entity and the relationship between the tables, you need to do the normalization. The data shouldn't be repeated. What if the data is repeated in a table? Then your volume will be grow much higher and higher, and the retrieval of your data will be cumbersome. It's not an easy. So those need to be normalized in the entity relationship model. When you go with the star schema, snowflake schema, multi-schema, you need to go with the dimensional model, dimension fact. There you will see redundancy, but you need to follow the dimensional model recommendations for that. So once your logical data model is completed, then the actual implementation of your tables will be created in order to create your or develop your data model. Those will have your primary and foreign key and views and indexes. The indexes are created on the primary key or key column in order to retrieve the data much faster. The primary key are well available in the entities of this dimension table, and the foreign key will available in the fact table. So those will have a relationship one to yeah in general. And the views, why we are creating for the views is what if there is a new column which is added in the page table, and if a data model is based on the table, what if then the user need to wait for that? There might be some lock will happen when you inserting a data, when you adding a data, or when you're doing a modification on the base table. So, in order to avoid this kind of the operational issues, so if you create a table, create a view, the view is nothing but a exact mirror of your base table. So it is always recommended to have a view. On top of the view, you can create your the view must be a dimensional view or a factable view. So that will simplifies your operations, that simplifies your work, and also you can have the subset of the data as a view, as either a yearly or a quarterly or a monthly or a weekly. So it's a subset of data. It actually refers to your base table that will improvise your the performance of your dashboard. I hope this model will explain you a lot. What about where the requirement is stacked, how the process is stacked, where your data type is identified in which layer, and where the normalization will actually occur. After that, how you identify the primary foreign key, and what is the purpose of a view, and what is the purpose of your index. This will constitute your three layers: the conceptual model, logical model, physical data model. That will be your base of your schema. I hope this will be very easy for you. Thank you.